Hi guys, welcome to Palawan, or more specifically, Puerto Princesa. I'm Holly.
And I'm David, and over the last couple of weeks we've been travelling all around the Philippines, and like Holly said, now we're in Palawan. Over the next couple of days we're going to try 2 different hotels, plus we're going to do the underground river tour. But first, let's check out this first hotel. Kushiyaki Utubara, Agemono Chicken Teriyaki. Evening guys, you're joining us for a night out where we're going to have some dinner, but it's a kind of a special one. And when Holly told me where we were going, the first thing that came into my mind was this song.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to have dinner with fireflies. Holly said it's on some sort of boat or something, so I'm not really sure what's happening. But as you can see, it's also raining. Evening. At least we get to see the best views.
Also part aquatic. They can live or they can actually land in the water.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Firefly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Firefly, for showing tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Kidding. That's how beautiful is Puerto Princesa, the most visited, most. What is that? Careful. How is it? Good experience tonight?
So tonight was good fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. All these fireflies would like light up and you just think this can't be real, but actually it was because he got one in his hand.
It was just a shame we couldn't capture it
No.
properly on the camera just because it was so dark going down mangrove swamp. And then back to the boat then for dinner. It was nice. Presented it on the table. And we actually got chatting to everybody on the boat, really.
Yeah, the food sort of made it easier to speak to everybody. So we had a good chat, like with a couple from Norway,
From India.
a couple from India, but
Portugal.
they lived in Singapore for 12 years, so that was really cool to speak to them. Yeah, Portugal, Russia, and then
Russia.
there was a Filipino couple there as well. That was really cool.
Tomorrow we move hotel. It's got really dark here now. They've suddenly
They've
turned lights
turned
off.
everything.
We move to a different hotel, so we'll see you all in the morning. So that's us checked out of Princessa Garden Resort. Now we're off to our next hotel, which is Carpe Diem. Okay, so we've got a bit of bad news. The hotel can't supply a taxi, and it's not really easy to get taxis around here, so it looks like we're going to have to jump in a tuk-tuk. Holly's not too happy about this because we're going to have to get individual tuk-tuks, and they are a bit crazy, but what can we do? So let's jump in a tuk-tuk now and make our way to the hotel.
Welcome to our crib. So here we've got the bed. It's got this really cool netting above. It's probably like a 4-poster bed sort of vibe, but yeah, it's massive as well, which is good. We've got a TV, which is a nice big size, and it's a nice direction just in front of the bed, which is good. We've got a desk for Dave. He always likes because he can sit there and get some work done. And then if you come around the back, we've got kettle, coffee, tea, some snacks. These don't come included, but the bottled water is. There's a safe, a mini bar, which we do have to pay for, but it's there if we want it. And there's some storage sections. We got some robes, which are wet actually. Some slippers, a hairdryer, some umbrellas, and some scales, some laundry bags, etc. And then in here is the bathroom. This is probably my favourite part. So here we've got another really nice open shower, toilet, really cool sink. And then we've got a bath, which I'm so pleased about. I can't wait to jump in here tonight. But it looks like an amazing tub. Now I'll take you outside to show you something even more exciting. Here we have our own pool and our own sunbathing hut. This was a massive perk to why we booked this room. We wanted our own pool. And yeah, this looks super, super nice.
We made it to the hotel after a pretty interesting drive in the tuk-tuk. And first impressions of the hotel, it's quite unique. Got a swimming pool. Pretty cool room. But for now we need to get to bed pretty early. Tomorrow we've got a full day. We're going under an underground cave. We've got zipline and we're going on a mangrove tour. Anyway, as you can see, we're all tired, so we'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's about 6:30 right now AM, and we're just making our way to reception for the underground river tour. Plus we've got zipline, plus we have a mangrove swamp tour. This underground river tour is supposed to be the 7th wonder of the world. It's supposed to be quite a special thing. But yeah, 6:30, what an early start. So let's make our way to reception now and jump in the van to make our way to start the day. No, devastating news. Just got a message on TripAdvisor now from the operator saying the day has been cancelled for bad weather. They've gave us a few other options, including Honda Bay beach tours, so we've actually spoken to reception, see if they can do that, because we're waiting for a reply to see if we can do the underground river tour tomorrow. But yeah, the weather, it's been rubbish the whole time we've been here, the last 2 or 3 weeks now.
So while Dave was really sad that his boat trip is cancelled, I was a little bit relieved, although I just got my head around what we were doing, thinking, right, one more boat trip, that's it for the rest of the holiday. And then he said it was cancelled, and I was thinking, oh no. So now we're doing a different boat trip today and potentially the same boat trip tomorrow, which now means 2 more boat trips, and the uncertainty of what's even going on is worse. So yeah.
So we just found out the reason we couldn't go to the underground river was because the water was a little bit too high, and yesterday they had a bit of trouble getting people under it. But they're saying hopefully tomorrow the water should have gone down. But the hotel were kind enough to find us a trip for today, so we're on the Honda Bay Island hopping tour. And the first one we're on here now is Starfish Island, and as usual it's one of Holly's favourite boats, and I think she's actually getting better getting on and off these boats. But let's go and have a quick look around Starfish Island and see if we can actually see some starfish in the water. starfish. Although the fish seem to kept attacking my shoes. But there's plenty of starfishes in the water. And Holly's also made a new friend.
Oh, you found a puppy.
Welcome to the second stop on the trip. Next, we're at Luli Island. There's free kayaks apparently, there's free hammocks, and there's a place to jump into the sea. So first up, let's go and jump into the sea.
2.5 meters, ma'am.
Safe. Safe naman pagka nag-ano. Ano, 45 meters?
2.5.
2.5
So,
meters.
Not a bad little jump. It's quite warm in here as well. I think you touched the floor just a little bit as you go in, but otherwise it was a nice little jump. So they were saying that Luli Island is more like a sandbar, so you can see how far into the water I've gone. So that's Luli Island just behind me here. So when the water comes in or the sea comes in, the water goes above the sand, and that's why a lot of the huts on this sandbar are actually on stilts. But it's such a nice little place. Toilets, loads of free hammocks, loads of cabins that people can rest as the boats come in. The platform then that I was just jumping off. Yeah, nice little sandbar. This had plenty to do. Welcome to the third and final stop of this boat tour. Now we're at Cowrie Island, and boy, haven't I burnt my face. I think this time I'm going to put a load of sunscreen on my face, and I think I'm probably not going to get in the water this time. So in the end, today turned out okay. We did have the Underground River Tour booked, like we mentioned at the start of the day, but the Honda Bay island hopping was actually fun.
Probably one of my favourite days of the trip so far, actually.
Yeah, so it was really good fun. Tomorrow, though, they've said that the
Underground River Tour should be happening,
and we've got a later pickup time, so it's 8:30 tomorrow instead of 6:30, which was supposed to be today. We've both burnt our faces, although I don't think the red light at the back is doing us any justice. But we'll see you all in the morning.
So Dave has just gone to do his zip line now, and I'm waiting in the waiting area. We booked this Underground River Tour as a package, and you got like the mangrove swamp and the zip line as part of it, but I didn't really fancy the zip line. All in all, good day so far. It was about an hour and a half bus ride to get here. We've had to swap the day around because the Underground River Tour is actually far too busy. So we're doing these bits first, and then we're going to go back and do the Underground River Tour after lunch. I think we were meant to do it this morning, but apparently it's like a 3-hour wait down at the boat port, which is pretty normal as well.
So I've switched cameras to do the zip line. Let's make our way over now. As you can see, the zip line is literally going to go from in the forest over here, and it's going to come all the way across the sea over to the huts here in the back. So it's going to be a pretty epic zip line. So Holly's going to be watching from the end point. Got my ticket.
1, 2, 3.
Do you understand what you say?
No idea.
1, 2, 3.
How fun was that, sliding down that zip line then? Great to see the ocean. Issue was I was backwards almost the whole way, and I did not expect that sudden ending at the end where you've got those things, the brakes that really slow you down. Anyway, let's go and try and find Holly. She's definitely around here somewhere. So I found Holly now. Now it's time to go on the mangrove swamp.
Remember the
Two girls. That was a nice little journey on the boat there. You could see a few snakes in the trees. We saw a few lizards as well. Couldn't really see much else. It was difficult to understand what she was saying as well, but I think she said there's a couple of different variations of the mango trees, and it's an untouched area. Nobody can go there to. And we had a nice little song at the end from her about the mango tree. Unfortunately, I didn't record it, but yeah, off for lunch now. So lunch was okay. It seemed well organised and there was plenty of options there. And actually probably the most we filled up our plate with since we've been here, and we had the banana shake as well. But next is time to go on the underground river. But as you can see, the waves are a bit crazy here. So we've got to catch one big boat. When we get close enough, we then move on to a smaller boat and then we head inside. Not really sure what to expect. So let's enjoy this together. So as much as this place feels like utter chaos, it's actually super well organised as well. You just have to kind of stay and keep your tour guide in eyesight, because when she kind of vanishes, you just need to kind of find her quickly. And yeah, it does feel like it's utter chaos. People everywhere, boats everywhere, but it's also super organised as well. We've got our time from we need to be on the boat's all in order and everything like that, so it's all super good. So maybe it has turned into a bit of chaos. The first boat we were supposed to get on, we put our life jackets on and then they told us to get off because that wasn't the right boat. And there's loads of boats turning up and they're all going to different places, so we're still just sat here waiting for our boats.
Oh, this morning the tour guide said there will be no swimming today.
So that was some journey to get here. I think it was probably my funnest journey we've done on a boat so far. I'm not sure Holly was best pleased with that boat journey. Bumping over the waves, having lots of fun. We've made it onto the beach now. Now we've got to move on to a second boat to get into the underground river. So that was the underground river tour. The whole
Oh my god.
how special was it? If the guide didn't have his light, it would have been completely pitch black. We're learning so much, and how that's taken millions and millions and millions of years to develop made it even more special. We only got to go about 1.5 kilometers into the cave, but he said it just kept on going and going and going. And it was crazy how big some of those rooms were, how tall some of those ceilings were, how wide some parts were, and he was also saying how deep the water was in some areas too. Next we need to jump back on Holly's favourite boat and make it back to land so we can head to the hotel for our final meal here in Puerto Princesa. So that's our time up here in Puerto Princesa. Next we need to head to the airport to make our way over to Manila. What do you think of your time here? What are your favourite excursions that we've done so far?
Definitely the Fireflies and the Honda Island tour.
Yeah, like the Honda Bay just wasn't expected. It wasn't
Yeah.
something we'd planned for or even thought about.
I think that's what made it so great, though, to be honest.
Yeah, let's just wait for the taxi driver to arrive and make our way to the Puerto Princesa airport.